What's going on, y'all? Hope everybody's having a great day today. I give y'all a minute to let some people jump on real quick. So what's going on, y'all? It's Wednesday, the day after election day. Hope everybody's having a great day. If you don't know me already, my name is Ryan McCrary, the CEO of McCrary Financial Solutions, author of Mind Over Money, How to Think Like an Investor and Take Care of Business First. Almost 1,000 copies sold in 6 months, less than 6 months. So thank you to everybody that. So if you haven't got that, go to mindovermoneybook.com, mindovermoneybook.com. So today I want to talk about ownership, but first thing I'm going to talk about, of course, is voting, the election, politics, economics, how they're intertwined. Does one trump the other? How important is voting? All that type of stuff. So this morning we had a conference call, I Buy Black conference call. Shout out to my whole I Buy Black fam, Joel Wilson, everybody else. Shout out to everybody. Matter of fact, do me a favor before we even get into this. If you watch us on replay, type replay down at the bottom. Type your name and where you're from and your website to your business if you own a business. So again, if you watch us on replay, type replay. Type your name, where you're from, and if you have a website, put the link to your business. So like I said, this morning, I had a conference call, weekly conference call, which we do every Wednesday at 8 a.m. with my I Buy Black team. Shout out to the whole I Buy Black fam, Joel Wilson, Sharice Stewart, everybody. Mama Kosowa was on this morning. Brandon, what's good, bro? Everybody, do me a favor. When y'all jump on, please share. Please share this out. Share it on your Facebook. If you got YouTube, if you can share it on YouTube or Instagram, you might be only be able to share it on Facebook. But please do me a favor, y'all. Please share. Drop some comments down, some likes down, some hearts down. That's how we beat the algorithm. That's how more people see the video. By more people commenting, sharing, liking, putting your name, where you're from, and any questions, business, finance. Let's talk business and finance. Yesterday, everybody talked about voting. Whatever. Today and every day I talk about business, finance, wealth, because those are the things that are truly going to impact our community, impact our lives in America. We live in America, y'all. We don't live in Europe. We don't live somewhere else. We live in a capitalist society. So me, I've studied capitalism. I went to school. My minor in college was political science. I've studied it. I've studied Dr. Claude Anderson. I read his books, Black Labor, White Wealth, Powernomics. So if you are an African American and you're talking about politics and you have not read those books, you need to read those books. You need to read the books from someone who's been in the political arena, someone who's ran campaigns for presidents, someone who's been in the game for 60 years that knows the ins and outs of it. So like I was saying, y'all, yesterday, everybody's talking about voting and stuff like that. So let me know, did you vote or did you not vote? Yes, I did vote. But at the same time, I still think economics is more important than voting. Why? Because economics trumps politics. Whether you like it or not, whether you want to acknowledge it or not, economics is what pushes politics. You need to build an economic base first. Every single politician that you hear about now in the news that's big, new or not new, all of them have money behind them. All of them have money behind them. You cannot do anything politically. You cannot get anything done. You cannot, like I said, get anything done, do anything of substance, of change without economics behind you. So if you want a true black agenda, if you want a true black candidate that's going to speak to African-American issues, he's probably going to have to be funded by African-American organizations. And mostly all of them are not. Gillum down in Florida, I think he lost. Everybody was hoping that he won. I mean, I guess I hope he won. I don't know too much about him. He was backed by a billionaire. That is how he got so big. And he said it himself. I was talking about that earlier this morning. And he said it himself. Somebody was like, no, he didn't know. He came grassroots. I was like, yeah, he might have started grassroots. But the reason why you know him, by the whole world knows who he is now, is because he had a billionaire behind him pushing him. Money, power, respect. Yes. So like I was telling y'all in the beginning, I didn't mean to go off on that tangent. This morning we have our weekly I Buy Black conference call, 8 a.m. Shout out to the whole I Buy Black fam. And we talk about, regular updates, what's going on, how we trying to really build for the community. And somebody posed a question of like, how important is voting? Should economics be over voting? Some people are saying, they support Trump because of, business wise, he may be helping business owners or whatever, but he doesn't care about Trump, says racist stuff, whatever. Like, is that okay? Or should it be more than just economic stuff like that? And me personally, I think it's a deep conversation. It's one that's really not, going to be a quick discussion. It's not going to be, a 20-minute discussion or hour or 6 hour or, this is a long discussion that needs to be had. People need to know the history. People need to know about politics in general. People need to know about capitalism, how America works. People need to know, about businesses and stuff like that. We need to study other communities and how, other communities, Asians and stuff are starting to vote now. That's because they built the economic base first. They built the economic base first, but African Americans, we go to politics and everything first, and we put economics last. That is why we've been voting for the same party for 60 years, and we really don't have any substantive change, like any substance. We've had symbolism, we've had tokenism, but I don't know any substance as far as, African Americans having wealth, ownership, mass incarceration. They say they're going to reform it. The person in PA, Wolf, say he's going to reform it, but we have yet to see that. Education. I don't know about how it is, in other places, but I can speak for Philadelphia area. It's fucked up. The school system is fucked up. Our kids are not being educated properly. So, who is willing to address those issues? And we have, even in Philly, like we was talking today, like most of the city council was black. So we need to be holding these people accountable. As with anything, bro, there should be a balance, which in our climate is a hard thing to have. Yeah, it is. Like it is. So, and what troubles me, like honestly, what makes me the most upset is when you go on social media on election day or near election day, everybody's lining up to vote. Everybody got their stickers on. Everybody's talking about it. But when we talk about business, real economic base, supporting black businesses, coming together, cooperative economics, people get quiet. People get quiet. And that's where I'm like, yo, we're lost. No, I'm not saying don't vote, but I'm saying if you don't vote, but you take care of your business, your life is going to be pretty okay in America. Like if you don't vote, but you invest in the stock market, you buy real estate, you put money in your business, you build your business, you grow your business, you network, you read, you get around other people that are already successful, not necessarily politicians. I don't necessarily see your life going in a bad direction, honestly. So that's all I'm saying. What we have to realize as well, and this is why we're going to get to the main topic of why I said ownership is the American dream. I don't see a lot of people, as bad as Trump is, listen, we don't like Trump, whatever. The stock market is still going up. When Obama was in the office, the stock market was going up. Ever since 2009, there's been a bull market. The stock market has been going up. So if you're just an investor in the stock market, whether you vote or not, you can still make money. You can still impact your family. You can build generational wealth. There's a lot of things you can do, and that goes back to ownership. So again, a lot of people aren't talking about though, like, the Democrat, like whether you're a Democrat or Republican, if you're an investor, American politicians are going to take care of investors. If you're heavy into real estate, American politicians, Democrat or Republican, because they're all, most of them all have money. We love Obama, but Obama is in the top 1%. Obama is going to look out, whether he's in office, whether Trump's in office, they're going to look out for the top 1%. They're going to look out for the people that are wealthy because all of them are backed by them. All of them are backed by wealth, money, economics. So in my opinion, economics is more important than voting. I'm not saying don't vote. I'm saying do both. But if you don't vote because you don't feel as though anybody represents you or your community, but you doing everything, every day, daily, you putting in work to give back to the community, to feed your family, to do your thing, whatever, build your business, whatever case may be. I'm not mad at that. I'm not gonna say, oh, you didn't vote. And people say if you're not at the table, you're on the menu. Not if I own the restaurant. I'm trying to own the restaurant. I don't want to be on the menu. I don't want to be on somebody else's menu. I don't want to be at somebody else's table. I want to own the restaurant. So that's what I'm like, cause I seen a few people put that up. Like, if you're not on the, if you're not at the table, you're on the menu. And I'm like, to me, that's not true, because I want to own the damn restaurant. I don't want to sit at anybody else's table, and we've been sitting at somebody else's table for too long. So this gets back to ownership. This is America. And this is what I talk about in my book. If you haven't got my book, go to mindovermoneybook.com. That's mindovermoneybook.com. But I talk about, this is America. This is capitalism. So in America, if you don't have money, how are you going to feed your family? If you go to the grocery store and you talking about civil rights, social integration, are they going to give you any groceries? Are they going to give you any groceries? If you going to, it's a shame people have more faith in politics to improve their situation. Exactly. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. I'm saying, like, we give that a little too much power. Not saying it's not important. Listen, I can share a personal story right now. Well, I keep saying my connection's low. I can share a personal story right now. My grandmother, her caretaker is from Liberia, something like that. And she's been there for like 20 years, something like that. She's from Liberia. She's a caretaker. She's been there like 20 years. But lately, like, her paperwork, her immigration paperwork has gotten funny because Trump or whatever case may be. So now she can't work. So I can say, in a personal situation like that's fucked up, that makes me want to vote for whoever, whatever, because that is I'm seeing it right in front of my face. Someone's being affected from Trump being in office, changing immigration policies. So she can't work and feed her family because of that. So on that hand, I'm like, listen, I see that. That's a personal story I can share, that I can say, listen, politics does affect people. But at the same time, just like Jay says, at the end of the day, you got to improve your own situation. You have to improve your own situation. That's why we have to support our own who are trying to empower. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So at the end of the day, I hope I'm back, y'all. I don't know why it says my connection is whatever. Let me know if I'm back. Drop a comment. But at the end of the day, you got to change your own situation. You have to change your own situation. So if you every day is going out there and changing your own situation, putting time in your own business, acquiring investments for your kids, and, to build generational wealth for your grandkids. If you going out saying, listen, I don't want to necessarily pay a landlord all my life. I'm going to go out and, be able to buy some property. I'm going out, I'm reading new books. I'm attending trainings. I'm networking. I'm meeting with other like-minded individuals, other business owners, people that want something different, people that really want to give back, people that are, coming together because they know it's on themselves to level up. You're leveraging the internet, which I talk about all the time, social media. So whatever you want to do in this life, with social media, there's no excuse. I don't give a damn what you say. There's no excuse. If you want to be an actress, if you want to shoot movies, if you want to be a cook, all that, you don't need anybody to put. I think somebody just called me, that's why I froze. If you want to do anything like that, you don't need anybody to put you on. You want to be a chef? Oh, that's fine. All you got to do is start your own YouTube channel. Start your own YouTube channel. Start cooking from your kitchen, wherever you at. You could put some money up so you can start buying ads. I can show you how to do all that. Buying AdWords, buying, Facebook ads, building a tribe, building a list, building customers, start your own products around your cooking brand, whatever. That's just an example that I just thought of. If you want to be, the next Ryan Coogler, and you say, listen, they only give him black people aren't getting no shot in Hollywood, that's okay. All you got to do is save your money, buy a camera. You could probably even shoot a damn movie on an iPhone for real, because the iPhone camera is crazy, especially the X. You could save your money, buy a camera, maybe hire a few people, shoot your movie yourself. Equipment does not cost nowhere near as it used to. You could probably go on Amazon, find some stuff, shoot your own movie, put the work in, shoot your own movie, and you don't have to ask anybody to distribute it because we have a direct to consumer. You can put it on Vimeo. You can put it on YouTube. They got YouTube TV. You know, and you can put it out just like that. And then you have instant distribution. Instant distribution, and there's no excuses. But the key is, which most people skip, you got to put the work in. You got to put the work in. A lot of people don't want to put in the work. Listen, there's so many sacrifices and everything I've had to make being an entrepreneur, but it's all worth it because every day I get up and get to do what I love. I get to talk to my own people. I get to give back. I get to help people. I get to learn from other people. I get to network with other people. I get to spend more time with my family. I can make money on my own terms. So that's what it is. Like, you got to put the work in. So everybody talking about voting. Listen, voting, I'm not saying it's not important. I just shared a personal story that affects, you know, someone in my family. But at the same time, if you really want to change your situation, whatever it is, that's why I speak for people that want to be highly successful, people that care about the community, people that want to give back. Whatever the situation is, you got to make it happen for yourself. No politician is going to save you. No politician is going to save you. I don't care what you say. No politician is going to save you. And like I said, the great thing is we have the internet, so you don't need them to save you. If you want to learn, you don't have to be, you don't have to go to a politician to get a scholarship for a school. You can go on your iPhone or your Android and you can learn just like that. If no one's hiring you and you say we need to vote for this person because they're going to bring more jobs to the community, go out and create your own job. Go out and create your own company. You can do it. So that's pretty much it for today, y'all. Again, if you watch this on replay, type replay down, type your name, where you're from, and if you are a business owner, just put the link to your website. Let me check it out. Again, ownership is the key to the American dream. I talk about this in my book. There's a whole chapter in my book on ownership. Once you own things, that's when you have leverage. If I go to my local politician and I say, I want you to do X, Y, Z, she's going to say, okay, what do you do? And if I say, oh, well, I work at so-and-so, and I don't own anything, I don't have any money, I'm just coming to you to do this, she can say whatever. But if I come to her and I'm like, all right, well, I already own this block, I have a lot of assets in the stock market, I own $1 million business, do you think she's going to take that meeting? Do you think that's going to influence whatever I want her to do? If I want something done in the community and I'm coming to her with $1 million business and $1 million worth of real estate or just whatever, like I said, owning a store in the community, and I go, listen, I own this store and operate this store in this community. I'm bringing jobs to this community. Like I said, I own that. I provide employment. I pay my taxes. I'm a part of this community. If I go to the politician like that, I have a lot more leverage for them to get them to do whatever I want them to do, as opposed to me going to a politician and asking them for a job, asking them, for more whatever rights. Money talks. Exactly. Money talks. That's all I'm saying. And if you don't understand that, then you need to step up your consciousness. You need to level up your consciousness on politics. Because like I said, I've studied it when I was little. I, had an interest in politics. Now I don't at all, honestly. To me, politics is like a reality show. If you watch CNN, MSNBC, all those shows, they literally talk about the same thing all day. From 12 p.m. until at night, all the late shows, they all talk about the same thing. How bad Trump is, how this is, Kavanaugh, this. Listen, they're not talking about any issues. They're not talking about any issues, especially for you, for the African-American community. Like Dr. Anderson always says, he's like, they're not talking about you. When they say the American people, we want to bring jobs back to America, we want to help the American people because they're struggling. They're not talking about you. Just know that. They're not talking about you. Economics runs politics, yes. And that's crazy. Like, I thought, the two people I thought were going to win were Stacey Abrams in Georgia. I think she lost. And then Gillum in Florida. And it was interesting because, honestly, like, Gillum, I heard everybody talking about him. He should be the next black governor of Florida. I'm like, that's great. Never had a black governor. Absolutely. I didn't know much about him. I just seen everything on Instagram and Facebook about him. I'm like, all right, that's good. Then I listened to his interview he did on The Breakfast Club. And honestly, it was a little concerning because Charlemagne specifically said, what are you going to do for the African-American community? He specifically asked him that, and I commend him for asking him that. And Gillum kept talking about, well, for minorities, I'm going to do this. People of color, I'm going to do this. This is going to affect, people of color. He never once, he stayed on code. He never once said anything specifically for the African-American community. And honestly, that troubled me. That was only an interview from, I don't know. I really didn't look at his issues, whatever. I think he lost anyway. But stuff like that is what I'm afraid of. Symbolism. Obama lists. We loved Obama. Like, of course, I voted for him. Everybody did. Damn near everybody did. But that was more symbolic than it was substance. I mean, let's just keep it 1,000 on this live. That was more symbolic than substance. And listen, we love Obama. I voted for him. But he really didn't do much of substance for the community. I mean, honestly, let's call a spade a spade. You know what I mean? Like, black wealth, we own I think 1/2 of 1% of wealth since slavery. So all I'm saying is we got to do better. We got to level up. We got to talk economics. We got to build true economic base. We got to build true wealth, like what Jay Morrison's doing with the Tulsa Real Estate Fund. We got to raise money in that way. We got to create other type of, investment trust or REITs, real estate investment trust. We need to create other investment clubs, all that type of stuff. That's what we have to do. Once we come and say, listen, we got $10 million in a real estate investment pool. Now we want to get a politician to allow us to come open some commercial real estate so we can own this block. We can hire our own, whatever the case may be. That's when you have more leverage. That's all I'm saying. Yes, sir. That's all I'm saying is that's when you have more leverage. And most people ain't trying to do that. The people that lined up with their I voted sticker, they ain't trying to talk about business. Okay, let's all get together and put up $1,000 for income tax time. We get 100 people. That's $100,000. Now we can go buy some commercial real estate. How many people are going to show up? How many people are going to show up? A lot of people are not going to show up. In Philly, Philly has what? 1.5 million people. Almost half of them black. That's like 600,000 people. People won't show up for an I Buy Black meeting where we talk about building wealth for the community. People will line up to vote. Philly came out in record numbers, which, good. But we're not talking about I Buy Black and putting money together to build up our community. People aren't coming out. People aren't coming out. So that's all. I know you're for it, Whitney. I know you're for it, Queen. But yeah, I'm saying, so that's just the thing that troubles me is like, yo, you get on social media, everybody's lined up. When you're talking about business, stuff that's really going to make a change, people get quiet. So all I'm saying is 20, 30, 40 years from now, that's why I did this live, so it's documented. 20, 30, 40, 100 years from now, we can go back and see where we're at. By this strategy, everybody line up to vote, not talking about money, not talking about business, not taking care of business first. Let's see where we're at in 20, 40, 60 years. That's all I'm saying. Let's see where we're at. And if we're not where we want to be, all I'm going to say is I told you. So that's it for today. The moral of the story is just go out and own assets. No politician is going to stop you from owning a share of stock. No politician is ever going to stop you from owning a mutual fund. No politician is going to stop you from buying a house or buying property. Yeah, it may be different under different administrations. It may be harder or easier to buy a home or buy a property, buy commercial real estate. Yes, that's true. But at the end of the day, they ain't going to stop you from buying it. People are going to keep buying property, whether there's Democrat in office, whether there's Republican in office. It's up to you to figure it out. People are going to start businesses, whether there's a Democrat in office, whether there's Republican in office. Listen, that's not going to stop my business. Trump has been in office for 2 years. My business is growing every quarter. I'm not saying that to brag. I'm just saying I'm putting the work. I'm not worried about who's in the office. My business is growing every quarter because I'm putting the work in. I'm putting the work in every day. I'm waking up, putting the work in my business. I'm not worrying about a politician. I'm reading books, a different book every week to figure out business. I'm connecting with people. I'm putting things out. I'm giving back. My business is growing every quarter. Has nothing to do with who's in the White House. That's all I'm trying to say. So I hope this was helpful, y'all. If you haven't shared, please share already. Watch this on replay, type your name, where you're from, and the link to your business. Hope everyone has a great day. If you don't have my book already, go to mindovermoneybook.com. That's mindovermoneybook.com. If you have it already, you haven't written a review, please go on this Facebook page, write a review, or you can go on Amazon.com, write a review. Thank y'all. I love all the people that are like-minded, people that actually get it, people that you don't got to explain it to. Let's build this wealth Let's practice cooperative economics. Let's buy these assets so we can pass this legacy on to our children, our grandchildren, whatever the case may be. Because at the end of the day, America's going to be America. This is capitalism. This is capitalism. Money talks. I'm sorry, but money talks. So me, I'm focused on the money. I'm focused on the business. I'm focused on investments. I'm focused on wealth. Let's build this wealth. Y'all have a great night.